Endless Reflections Nightmare. The first time my VR headset glitched, I dismissed it as a technical hiccup. But then it happened again, and this time, the sight was more disturbing than any horror game I'd ever played. I found myself in a world where every person, every face, was a mirror image of my own. It was as if I had wandered into a nightmare of endless reflections, each one smirking back at me with a sinister familiarity. I thought it was just the VR messing with my mind, but then I noticed something odd. When I removed the headset, the faces didn't disappear, they lingered in the corners of my vision, smiling that same eerie smile. As the days went by, the line between the virtual world and reality blurred. I would walk down the street, and every passerby bore my face. I tried ignoring it, believing it was just residual effects from the VR sessions. But then I started hearing whispers, my own voice echoing back at me from every direction. Friends and family wore my face, their conversations a distorted echo of my thoughts. I couldn't escape myself, trapped in an endless loop of identity that wasn't mine but felt intimately familiar. Desperate for answers, I reached out to the VR company, hoping for an explanation. The representative, sounding unnervingly like me, assured me that there was no record of any glitches in my device. Frustration turned to terror when I realized that the support representative's face, too, was mine. I smashed the headset, hoping to break the cycle, but it was too late. The world outside the VR had become indistinguishable from the virtual nightmare. My reality had been rewritten, and I was the unwilling protagonist. In a final, desperate attempt to reclaim my life, I isolated myself from everyone. I covered mirrors, avoided screens, and stayed away from windows. But even in solitude, I felt their presence, my face, my voice, my essence, swallowing my identity whole. One night, as I lay in the dark, I felt a hand on my shoulder. I turned around to confront the intruder but saw only darkness. Then a voice, unmistakably my own, whispered from the void, "You can't escape yourself." I realized, with a chilling certainty, that I had become lost in a world where no one else existed, only infinite versions of me.